The last train wasn't on the schedule. I wasn't supposed to be there that late. My shift ended at 11:40 p.m. By the time I left the office, the streets were almost empty. It had rained earlier, and the pavement still reflected the streetlights in long, trembling streaks. I checked the transit app while walking to the station. Last train, 11:52 p.m. I looked at the time, 11:53. I started walking faster. By the time I reached the platform, it was silent, too silent. No footsteps, no distant rumble. No announcements echoing through the tunnels, just the low electric hum of the lights above me. I checked the app again. No more trains tonight. Great, I muttered to myself. The next one would be at 5:10 a.m. I considered calling a cab, but my battery was at 9%, and I wasn't exactly in the mood to stand outside alone at midnight waiting for one. So I sat down on the metal bench and told myself I'd figure it out. That's when the lights flickered, just once, a quick blink. I looked up. They stabilized. Old station, I whispered. Nothing weird. I tried not to think about how empty it felt. There's something about empty underground stations that feels wrong, like they're not meant to exist without people, like you're intruding. I checked the time again, 11:58 p.m. Then I heard it, a distant metallic screech, very far away. My head snapped toward the tunnel. At first, I thought I imagined it, but then it came again, the unmistakable grinding sound of a train approaching. I stood up slowly. That was impossible. There were no more trains. The app still showed nothing, but the sound was getting louder. Wind began pushing through the tunnel, carrying that familiar stale underground smell. And then I saw the light. 2 headlights emerging from the darkness. My heart was pounding, but I felt relieved. Maybe it was a delayed train. Maybe the app just hadn't updated. The train rolled into the station slowly, too slowly. It didn't screech to a stop like usual. It just glided. The doors aligned perfectly in front of me, but something was wrong. The driver's cabin was dark. I stepped closer. There was no one inside, no conductor, no movement, no reflection of a face in the glass, just empty space. A soft chime echoed. The doors slid open. Inside, the lights were on, but the train was completely empty. Not a single passenger. I hesitated. This was stupid. It was just a train. Empty trains exist. Still, something felt off. No announcements, no digital route display. The screens above the doors were black, and it was too quiet. Normally, even empty trains have a background vibration, a hum, a low mechanical breath. This one felt muted, like the sound was being swallowed. I don't know why I stepped inside. Maybe because the alternative was sitting alone on that platform until morning. The doors closed behind me with a soft thud. The train started moving immediately. No warning, no announcement, just motion. I grabbed a pole as it accelerated, faster than normal. The tunnel outside blurred quickly. I pulled out my phone, 8%, no signal. That wasn't unusual underground, but still. I opened the transit app again. No route active, no live tracking, didn't even show that I was on a train. The first station should have been 2 minutes away. I waited and waited. Nothing. No slowing down, no station lights appearing ahead, just darkness outside the windows. 5 minutes passed. We should have reached at least 2 stops by now. I stood up and walked to the door window. Pitch black. Not tunnel walls, not passing lights, just darkness. Like we weren't moving through anything. Like we were suspended in a void. My reflection stared back at me, and for a second, I thought it blinked later than I did. I stepped back quickly. "No," I whispered. "You're tired." The train finally began to slow down. There was no announcement, no station name, just gradual deceleration. It stopped. The doors slid open. I frowned. This wasn't a station. There were no signs, no maps, no advertisements. Just the same platform. The exact same one I had boarded from. Same broken light above the third bench. Same trash can tilted slightly to the side. Same crack in the tile near the edge. My stomach dropped. I stepped out, slowly. The train doors remained open behind me. I turned, and that's when I saw him. He was standing near the bench, where I had been sitting earlier, wearing my jacket, holding my phone, looking down at it. It was me. Not a distorted version, not shadowed. Exactly me. My posture, my haircut, even the small tear on the sleeve of my coat. He looked up, and our eyes met. I felt something inside my chest go cold. He didn't look surprised. He looked confused, like I wasn't supposed to be there. The train doors began to close behind me. I turned instinctively. No, they shut. The train pulled away, leaving me on the platform, with him, or me. He took a step forward. I took one back. He mirrored me, perfectly, like a reflection, but delayed by half a second. Then I realized something. The time. I looked at the large digital clock above the stairs. 11:58 p.m. The same time I had heard the train. The same moment I was sitting here earlier. I slowly looked back at him. He glanced toward the tunnel. Right on cue, I heard it again. The distant metallic screech. The sound of a train approaching. My blood ran cold. He was about to experience exactly what I had, and I was already past that point. He looked at me again, and this time, he mouthed something. I couldn't hear it, but I could read it. Don't. The headlights appeared in the tunnel behind him. The wind pushed through the platform. His hair moved slightly in the rush of air. He turned toward the arriving train, then back at me. Panic flooded his face. He understood. The train slid into the station. Doors opening. Empty. Waiting. He looked at me one last time and whispered, "I didn't get off." Then he stepped inside. The doors closed. The train left. Silence returned. I stood alone on the platform. The clock still read 11:58 p.m. The lights flickered, and in the distance, I heard it again. Another train, approaching, from the same tunnel, slow, metallic, patient. And suddenly I realized something worse. I wasn't stuck repeating the loop. I was the part of it that stayed behind, waiting for the next version of me to arrive and warn him.